You likely may have checked, well, who knows which video you saw first, but we're going to go through the mobility side, the strengthening side of the ankle work. So time and time again, pulling from some FRC principles, which is of course the lovely cars. I can't not love ankle cars and beat them into your head. It's really important for you guys to explore the outer edges of motion. So like we've done with many limbs before, and you may have even seen a video like this, you know, grip onto that shin, pull it into the chest, maximize some tension all the way across your body, and start to explore the outer edges of motion of that ankle. It's a great way to teach your body a little bit of control, just maintain some articular health, and explore the outer edges of that lovely ankle. One thing you're going to notice, sometimes that bottom of the foot starts to cramp up a little bit. Just let it cramp, work through it. You'll notice after you keep hammering away at it, it'll start to feel a lot better. Now, of course, I'm a sucker. Yeah.
Like, why should I let it cramp? Because I know for me, like, if I get cramp in the bottom of my foot, like I'm in pain.
Yeah.
So why, I understand working through pain, but what is the purpose of working through that cramp?
Okay, so typically if there's some sort of sharp daggery pain when you close and you feel that when you're working through that ankle, that's not something we want you to work through. However, muscular cramp, and in this case, we're not talking about you being completely depleted after playing a field sport, running back and forth, and your body starts cramping and you need to hydrate yourself. This is a scenario where you have this, we could call it neurological confusion. So the idea is your musculature has no idea what you're asking it to do. And one of its little reactions is for it to cramp and lock down. So one of the things you can do, and much like other ways your body adapts, is get into the cramp. You don't have to go full bore. You can ease out of it a little bit. You know, tendency is to pull away from the, or stretch the opposite way. The goal here is to let your body figure out what's going on. If you let something cramp, and it's kind of crazy because I know it really starts to hurt sometimes, but working through that cramp can often, after about 30, 45, 60, maybe even 90 seconds, it'll go away and you'll keep trying to get it to cramp and it won't be able to. Your body will figure it out and then it's less likely to cramp the next time.
Cool.
Yeah. Moving on, calf raises, a whole plethora of them. Typically you can do these off the floor or you can do a little bit of elevation. The reason I like the elevation is of course you can get a little more range in which the floor would typically stop you. So let's show you what you can do on the box. And again, typically want to think some higher repetition to start out and just do what you can manage, but more importantly just kind of look for that pump and go through that full range. So the first one is going to be a straight calf raise. Placing those feet together, right off to the edge, ball of the foot is planted on the edge of that box. You're going to look to reach the calf to the floor, or reach the heel I should say, to get that stretch on the calf. And then you're going to drive through the ball of the foot. Keep that pressure a little bit more on the big toe or just behind it. And squeeze into that calf, getting that full range. From there, we do want to alter some angles so you can hit some different corners. And from here, I really like the idea of just positioning the box to the corner and you can get an inward calf raise. So from here I can plant those toes. Depending on how long those toes are, you're going to have to move them out a little wider. And now I can keep that turn out with the heel, that turn in with the toe. And I'm going to reach that heel, drive off, and try to keep my heels from wanting to pull to the inside where they originally were. Again, just getting that full range of the calf and making sure you can squeeze that nice and tight. Now, you may need two boxes to do this, as I found it's probably the only way to do it with elevation. And from there, what you do is you just turn the boxes toward each other, or just put them right beside at the corner. And now we can do an outward calf raise. So from here, I can put on either side, turn out as far as you can get it going. And now I'm going to reach the heel down and drive up. So we can kind of hit all those corners of the calf here. We're getting a lot of strength through that ankle joint. And then again, building a little bit of endurance in that calf as well. So you got 3 different corners to hit into. There's all sorts of more stuff that we can get into with that lovely ankle. But of course, try with those pieces. Stretch them out, build some strength. You want to capture that whole range. And of course, if it starts to cramp up on you, fight through it a little bit. You might get a little bit better at it over the course of time.